Hi, tribe. Welcome to day 3 of the Remembrance series. And this is going to be my favorite topic on detachment because I have to recant what I've said about detachment before since I have a newfound awareness. And if you're new here, my name is Ty, the manifestation goddess. I'm an energy alchemist, spiritual oracle, manifestation mentor, all of the things. There's ways to work with me in my description. And if you have not watched the last 3 videos, make sure you go watch those so you can catch up and get a full understanding of what we're discussing in this remembrance series. And what I've talked about detachment before, we talk about detaching from your desires, letting it go so that it can manifest faster. But when I was on this 72-hour fast and in nature and I got these downloads, what the download was is you do not detach from your desires. What you're actually detaching from is the how of your desires. You're detaching from the 3D. So again, when we discuss that creation is finished, you're detaching from the 3D in that way because creation is already done. So you no longer have to be attached to the 3D or thinking, oh, well, how am I going to get this? How am I going to get that? You already know that your desires are done because creation is finished. You know that your desires will manifest. This is inevitable. But what you're detaching from is the how of your desires. When you fully detach from how your desires manifest, that is when you collapse time. That is when we go back to the tollway reference. That is when you're hopping on the tollway, getting to those desires faster. Because when you're fully detached, it means you're living in a knowing. It means you're embodying a knowing. It means that you are fully aware that creation is finished and your desires are inevitable. It means that you are living at the end. It means that you're fully immersing yourself in this 3D experience. And when you detach from how your desires are going to manifest, again, we already know that creation is finished, your desires will manifest, and you collapse time, it goes back to those Easter eggs. So when you find synchronicities, signs, your manifestation showing up, when you're detached from the 3D, you are now getting to your manifestations faster. You are now finding clues faster. Signs and synchronicities are happening more often because you're detached from the how and you're fully immersing yourself in the 3D experience, knowing that creation is finished. That is going to be important because you can be fully immersed in the 3D experience and be unaware. So it's like you're unaware, you're kind of going and not aware that you're consciously creating this full experience. But when you are fully immersing yourself in the 3D and detach from your desire, from this awareness, you are now collapsing time to experience those desires much faster, to find those Easter eggs much faster, for those signs and synchronicities to happen more often because now you're operating in a different state, you're operating in a different mode, you're kind of going between the 3D and creation mode, so the selection mode, the 4D and the quantum internal, you're kind of going in between modes, and that is helping you collapse the timeline to fully experience your desires in the 3D. It's so good. Detaching from the 3D is going from how will it come, when will it come, all of the things, to it's done, it's finished, it's complete. Detaching from the 3D is fully accepting that your desires are complete and that you're at the end of creation. When you're fully detached from the 3D, it's like the veil is lifted, the matrix code is broken, and you're no longer trying to control the path, predict outcomes, worried about what's next. Because when you're fully detached from the 3D, you are now in a different state of awareness. You are in an embodiment state of knowing creation is finished, of knowing your desires will manifest, of knowing yourself as God. And in that state, you are actually collapsing time to allow these manifestations to come in faster. if you believe in time, but you know everything is happening now because you're able to go into that zoom out state and watch everything unfold. Like, yes. So, what you need to do in this new awareness is to detach from the 3D. We all have desires, that is inevitable. But when you fully detach from the 3D, you are telling the 3D, you are controlling the 3D and letting the 3D know you are in control and you know that creation is finished. And in that awareness, you are living in flow because you're not worried about how, what, when, where, why. You're in flow knowing that creation is finished. You are not hoping, you are knowing. When you're fully detached from the 3D, you are not hoping your manifestation. You're not hoping this will happen. You are knowing that this has all already happened and you are in the middle of the unfolding of it all. And again, this is knowledge that you already know, and your God self leave you Easter eggs, these little clues, these signs, these synchronicities along the path to get you back to this knowing. Again, I am a Easter egg that your God self created to remind you of who you are as God. So live in this state of being God, detach from the 3D, knowing that creation is finished, knowing that your desires will manifest. And as always, I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm free. Yahweh, bye.